So, students, now we are going to start our new chapter, chapter number 4, and the name of my chapter is Operators in Java. Okay. So, before starting, we should know what is the meaning of operator. Okay. So, operators are the special symbols which are used to perform some kind of operation. Take an example of this equal to sign. What is this equal to? This equal to is going to assign a value into a variable. If suppose I write here m is equals to 10, okay, then what this operator is doing, this is going to assign the value, that means it is going to transfer this 10 into this variable named as m. If I am going to write here 1 plus 1, so here my operator is what? Plus. This plus will what do? It will simply add 1 and 1. So this operator is doing what? It is doing operation. Yes, it is doing an operation. Okay. So now we are clear about the operator. Now coming forward, there are two things. First is the operator and second is the operand. Okay. Operators are those symbols which do some kind of operation, and operands are those values on which the operation is going to be performed with the help of operator. For example, I am here writing A plus B. Okay. So here my operator is what? Plus. This is my operator. And this A and B are operand. Okay. This A and B are what? Operand. Okay. So operator performs its operation on the operand. If suppose I am here writing x multiplied by y multiplied by z. So here operator is what? Operator is multiply, and x, y, z are the operand. Okay. So please have a look onto this image. Here, as you can see, there is an expression m is equals to a minus a multiplied by b plus 8. Okay. So here, as you can see, this m is the operand, this is operator, this is operand, this is operator, this is operand, this is operator, and this is also operand. Moving forward, look at this image. This is the mathematical expression, and you can write out the mathematical expression in this way also. For example, let's suppose you have to write 22 by 7 r square. Then this thing you can write it like this also. 22 by 7 r into r. Similarly, if suppose you want to write like y by 6 plus 2y by 3 minus y square by 5. This thing you can write it like this. Okay. Now moving forward, now we are going to have a look on the types of the operator. There are so many kind of types of operator. Now I am going to present the PPT to tell you how many types of operators are there in the Java program. So let's begin. So in the book, the types of operators, unary operator is also given. You can refer your book also. I am referring page number 29. So types of operators are given into your book also. So first of all, the first type is the arithmetic operator, and as you can see, arithmetic operators are of three types. First is the unary, binary, and ternary operator. Unary operators are those operators which perform some operation on the single operator. Okay, and binary means which perform some operation on the multiple operators. Okay, now we are going to cover the unary operator. Here in this diagram, in this book, you can see there are four things are given. First is unary plus, unary minus, unary increment, and unary decrement. Now let's cover to the unary plus. Now take an example. If suppose I am declaring here a is equals to 1. Okay, and if I'll print here plus a. Okay, suppose in system.out.println statement, if I print, I am here writing system.out.println statement, and if suppose I am writing here plus a, then what will be the output? Output will be what? 1 only. Why? Because this a is storing 1, and the sign of my a is what? Here plus only. That means no change will come in the output. Why? Because we are going to show the positive value. And if suppose this a is storing value -1, then output will be what? minus 1 only, because my unary operator here is what? Is the plus only, and plus minus will be shown at what? Minus. So unary operator is that operates on single operand is the unary, and unary plus is used before the variable to keep its sign unchanged. That means the sign of the value which is provided initially into your variable is going to be same at the end of your program also. That means it is going to unchanged the sign of your value. Now let's talk about the unary minus. Unary minus is the opposite of the unary plus operator. It will simply change the sign of the value assigned into your variable. Take an example. If the value of A is 1, okay, and in system.out.print statement, if I'll print here minus A, if I'll print here what? Unary minus operator, if I'll add unary minus operator into my program, then what my output will come? It will come what? Minus 1. Why? Because the value of A was what? 1. And because I have added this unary minus operator, my output is coming what? Minus 1. Why? Because it is changing the sign. Earlier the sign of A was what? Positive. And because I have used this unary minus operator, the sign is changed. Okay. Similarly, if I will initialize the value of A as minus 1, then what my output will come? It will come plus 1. Why? Because unary operator will change the sign of your value. Unary minus C. In this example, as you can see, if the value of A is minus 3, and if I will print minus A, then minus will be what? Plus. So output will be what? Plus 3. This is very easy. So we are done with the unary plus and unary minus. Now coming on to the unary increment and unary decrement. Okay. So students, there are two things. First is the increment and second is the decrement. Increment means adding 1 and decrement means subtracting. Okay. Increment means we are going to add the value by 1 and the decrementing means we are going to decrement the value by 1. For example, if suppose the value of A is 1 and if I write here A plus plus, then what will be the new value of A? It will be 2, because A plus plus means it is incrementing. Or you can write this A plus plus as A is equals to A plus 1 also. Okay. So A, what this A was storing? It was storing what? 1. And 1 plus 1 will be what? 2. Decrementing means, for example, the A is having variable. This A is having value 2. And if I write here A minus minus, okay, then the what will be the new value of A? It will be 1. Why? Because the meaning of A minus minus is A is equals to A minus 1. What value was A was having? It was having 2. So 2 minus 1 will be what? 1. So decrementing means subtracting the value present into your operand by 1, and incrementing means incrementing the value present into your operand by 1. This is the increment and this is the decrement. Both are the type of unary operator only. As you can see here, this if I am writing here A plus plus, the point to be noted is the operand is single only, no. This is what? This is single operand only, no. And because we are performing operation in the single operand, that's why this operator is called as what? Unary operator. Here also, unary plus and unary minus. See, here also my operand is single, okay. So that's why this operator is called as a unary, because they will be having a single operand only. One more thing, students. Whenever you are going to use the increment, unary decrement, there are two things come. First is the prefix and second is the postfix. Prefix means when you will apply the increment or decrement operator before the variable, then that will be called as the prefix. And if you will add the increment or decrement operator after the variable, it will be called as the postfix. Take an example. If I write it like this, plus plus A, and as you can see, this increment operator is coming before A, so it will be called as what? Prefix. Okay, and if I write it like this, then it will be called as what? Postfix. Now, what is the meaning of this prefix and postfix? Prefix means increment to me now only. I want incrementation now only. And postfix means it's okay, you can increment me later. Now take an example. Let's suppose I am writing an expression in front of you all. I have given the value of a as 1. Okay. And here I have written two statements, a plus 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 plus. Now you tell me what output will come. Let's solve it. What is this? This one is postfix. And this is one is what? This is prefix. Okay. So, what is the meaning of this postfix? Postfix means it's okay. Please don't increment me now. I want to get increment when I'll come next time into the line, into the expression. So, whenever you will find out a postfix expression, you will not increment at that time only. You will wait for that variable to come again into that line. So now, what is the value of a? It is 1. So I am writing here 1. I am not incrementing it because it is postfix. It is telling me to increment me later. So I am leaving this operation for later. Plus. Now here what is here? Plus plus a. And now the point to be noted is, as you can see, this a is coming again in the statement. So now it's time to complete the postfix expression. Okay. So that means now I will add the 1 to 1. That means I will increment this value, this postfix at this time. The new value what? 2. Okay. Now, after completing the postfix, I will complete the prefix. That means again I will increment this value by 1. So the output will be what? 4. Okay. This was whole about the postfix and prefix. Now I will tell you, I am going to explain you some practical numerical example of how to use the postfix and prefix expression. So let's begin. So students, now we are going to cover prefix and postfix expression. Okay. So before that, we should know what is the meaning of prefix and what is the meaning of postfix. As I have told you before also the meaning of those. Now let's have a practical example. Coming on to the prefix operations. Okay. Now prefix means whenever you are going to use the unary increment or unary decrement before a operand, then that will be called as what? Prefix. Take an example. If suppose I am writing a plus plus a, then it is called as what? Prefix. Why? Because this operator is used before this variable. But if I will add this plus plus after this variable, then this will be called as what? Postfix. Why? Because this increment is added after this variable. That's why it is calling it as what? Postfix. Now let's solve some numericals based on this prefix and postfix expression. Take an example. If there is the value of a is 10, the value of a is 10, and if the expression I have to find out is what? D is equals to a plus plus, then what will be my value? According to you, it will be 11, but no, it will be 10 only. So what is the meaning of this postfix? Why is it not incrementing this value? Because postfix means I will increment it later. I will increment it later. So now let's take the another example. Here the value of p is 5 and we have to find this expression c is equals to p plus plus multiplied by 4. Okay. So here as you can see, this is the postfix. This is the postfix. The meaning of postfix is this. I will increment the value after the second action. As you can see, this is my first action and this is the second action. Or you can say this is my first operation and this is my second expression. So whenever a postfix expression came, then don't increment at that time only. Wait for the second expression, implement them, and then increment your operand. Now how will we solve it? Here c is equals to p plus plus. Okay, and as because this is a postfix, so we will not increment it now. We will let the value of p as 5 only. I am not incrementing it. Why? Because postfix means it is telling to you I will not increment, I will not get increment now, I will increment next time, I will get increment next time. So 5 multiplied by 4, so is equals to what? 20. So answer will be what? 20. Take an example. If suppose the value of p is 5 and here I have to find the operation c and my expression is p plus plus multiplied by 4 plus p. For example, this expression I have to calculate. So now again see, this is postfix and it is telling what? I will not get increment now, I will increment when I will come second time. Okay, so the value of p will remain 5 only. So here I am adding what? 5. Yes, p plus plus is written here, but we will not increment it. Why? Because it will increment later, because it is a postfix. That means it will increment at the second time when it will come onto the expression. So the value of p will be 5 only multiplied by 4 plus p. And now see, what is the value of p? 5. And as earlier as we saw that there was p plus plus, and because it was postfix expression, so we have not incremented at that time. So because now the p is coming, no, so now we will increment this p. So 5 plus 1 will be what? It will be 6. So answer will be what? 20 plus 6 is equals to 26. So students, in this example you can clearly see the meaning of postfix expression. The thing is, when you will find out the postfix at the starting of a statement, no, so you will not increment at that time only. You will wait for that operand to come up the second time, and at the second time when it will come, no, then only you will increment that variable. Okay, now take an example of the another question. If suppose p is equals to, again I am taking 5 and c is equals to plus p multiplied by 4, and now we have to find out this value c. So now what is this? This is pre-increment. This is what? This is prefix. That means prefix means this is telling to you that increment to me now. Okay, I want incrementation now only. So 5 plus 1 will be what? It will be 6 multiplied by 4 is equals to 20. Is equals to what? 20. Okay, so sorry 6 multiplied by 4 will be what? 24. Okay, so this was all about the pre-increment and post-increment. Post-increment means you will increment the value at the second time or later when that variable will come again into your expression, and pre-increment means you are going to increment the value of your variable at that instance only. Take another example. So this is the another example, and here the value of a is 48. We have to find out this expression. Okay, a plus 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 a. This one is the postfix and this one is the prefix. Let's maintain a stack for a. Okay. What is the value of my a? It is 48. Presently it is 48. Okay, and here as you can see this plus plus is coming after this a. So this is a postfix expression and this is telling to you don't increment it now, I will get increment later. So now let's use its old value. That one is what? Original value is what? 48. So here I am going to write what? 48 only. Then plus. Okay, then plus plus a. So plus plus a means increment to me now. But before that, one operation is pending, and which is what? Which is a postfix expression. Here we have not incremented it yet. Why? Because we were incrementing at later onward. So first of all, before this pre-increment, a post expression, postfix will get performed. Okay, so 48 plus 1 will be what? 49. So new value is what? 49. That means you can write it like this, 49. This is what? This is the result of the postfix one. Now I will implement this plus a. That means we are going to increment the value of a again. Why? Because here is a prefix expression. So 49 plus 1 will be what? 50. So 48 plus 50 is equals to what? 98. So this is my answer. Okay, and the new value of a is what? It is 50. Why? Because this postfix was implemented here, and here only then prefix was implemented. This is the another example. So the value of m here is 12, and we have to find out this expression. The initial value of m is what here? 12. Let's make a stack for m. The initial value of m is what? 12. This is my expression, n is equals to m plus plus. That means we will increment the value of m later when m will come. At that time only I will increment the value. I will not increment it now. So now let's use the original value of m, which is what? 12. So now I am going to place the original value of m multiplied by 5 plus minus m. So students, first of all, see, this m is arriving here, and before this minus m, operation is pending, which was what? Postfix operation. Which was what? Postfix operation. This was pending, no. So first of all, I will complete this postfix expression, then only I will do the decrement or prefix expression. So postfix was I will have to increment the value of m by 1. What is the value of m? It is 12. So 12 plus 1 will be what? 13. So finally I have done postfix. Now it's time to do the prefix. That means 13 minus 1 minus m. The new value of m is what? 13, no? And minus m is equals to 13 minus 1 is equals to what? 12. So here what will come? 13 minus 1. So is equals to 12 multiplied by 5 plus 12. Yes. So the answer will be 60 plus 12 is equals to 72. Okay. So this was the whole concept for evaluation of prefix and postfix. Whenever you find out an expression like this, then short trick is you will increment it later. Okay, but when you will find the operation like this, you will increment it at that time only, at that instance only. Okay, so students, this was all about working with the prefix and postfix. Thank you.